What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is up? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequence. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you had a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey y'all, I'm I I, I I'm watching the Fani trial. Listen, y'all. Listen. Today has been a day. In terms of news, listen, I can't keep up. It's just a lot. It, I don't even know where to begin. My top 3 stories today, all of them can stand on their own and be their own separate entities, cases. Child, it's who is that black man in the back of the court? Hey, bailiff. Anybody else watching the trial? Look at the dark-skinned black man with the black shirt on, with all the muscles in the back. Oh. Is that Fani? That look like Fani Secured. That must be Fani Secured. Oh, Fani, girl, you keep see some fine black men around you. I think that was the her secure. You saw him, Tracy? I am Lamont. Listen, I'm trying to keep track of all this stuff, y'all. Listen, let me apologize now, okay? Let me start this live by apologizing. Let me give y'all a peep. I'm gonna break the fourth wall for y'all. I'm gonna break the fourth wall, okay? Breaking the fourth wall. Generally, when I come and I prepare for you all, my top stories that I bring to you all, the big stories, even if you look at like the newer thumbnails, you see the person in black and white that has the bigger face than everybody else. I try to make sure I have as much information as I can, that I do all of my homework, that I vet everything out. Okay. But and even with the other stories that aren't top stories, I try to make sure I do my homework. I read up on everything. I get it. Baby, it was so much going on today. I have not had a chance to really just flush everything out like I would want to. So all I got for y'all today, and I can add commentary. I have a good amount. I have enough. But I can. I would personally, now don't get it twisted. Now I'm still a professional. I'm still gonna do what I do, but just know each one of these top 3 stories could have stood on their own. I would have went and did all of my background, my homework, making sure I understood all of the different layers and parts and everything, and be able to just present it to y'all. But it's just one thing after another, after another, after another. And I was like, wait, hold on. At one point in my house, I had the TV playing one thing. I had the lapper. That's what I call my laptop. I had the lapper playing something else, and then I had my phone playing something else. All the while, my work lapper is trying to do a work meeting, all going on at the same time. I couldn't even keep up. So that's what we got going on today. So I'm going to apologize in advance if for a lot of the stories I may be still surface level in terms of really being really deep and being able to go be layered with this stuff, because this has just been a lot. Today has been one of those news days where the news cycle has been a lot. Let me unbutton the top button on this. Whew, I got hot. What do we have today? We get to talk about the fact that another member of the Miami Dolphins is alleged to have given somebody else the herpes. That's in the dossier. Oh, yes, the dossier. Listen, got a lot going on. We got, all of this today. We got that going on. We got, we never touched on that officer, the black officer in Missouri that sexually assaulted 19 people that we're supposed to break down today. I got to do my Black History moments today. We have Phaedra. She about to get what she looking for at this reunion for Married to Medicine. We got Nene Leak's son in the news today. Okay, it's just a lot fucking going on. Shannon Sharp is in the news today. But none of that is in the top 3 fucking stories. Top 3 stories. Monique cannot leave us the fuck alone. Her son had to come back out. Just a mess. We can't. They refuse to take us out of the group text. So we got that's in the top 3 stories today. Larry Reid is in the top 3 stories today because that shit broke this morning, and we was in the members only chat like, wait, what? Who? Wait, because in the first 5 minutes we talk about people coming inside of people's booty holes, up the booty chute, the booty chute, took it up the booty chute, out the booty chute, all of that in the first like 3 minutes of a 45-minute video. And then the big story of the day, Fonnie Willis takes the stand. Nathan Wade takes the stand. One of her alleged friends from college comes and blows every fucking thing out of the water. It's just a fucking day to day. The Fonnie Willis trial literally was ending as I was coming on just now. She just got off the stand. Literally, while I've been talking to y'all, she literally just exited the stand and left the courtroom, and they recessed for the day. It's been a doozy of a day, y'all. A doozy. It's a lot going on. Okay. So let me say hello to you all as y'all come in. Hi, Morgan. What's going on? Hey, Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Shout out to the members today. Members only chat today was completely, I won't say out of order. The members only chat today did what the members only chat is supposed to do. It did what it's supposed to do. Shout out to my members and the members only chat because we was on it today. Members only chat was on it today. Shout out to y'all. Hey, Rainbow, what's going on? Tracy C, China White. Hey, Montrez, what's good, bruh? Spicy Original. I got Lamone. I got Jason here. Ravine. Hey, my love. Spicy Original. Abby, what's good, sis? It's been a lot going on today, sis. Pinky Tiki, what's going on? Sharice, Cams. I'm gonna try to get y'all up to speed. Really be going live at 6:45. Okay. I'm gonna try to get y'all up to speed. I'm sure by the time really B goes live, she'll have had a chance to really unpack all of this. Unfortunately, I have to go live first, so I ain't even got the chance to do all of that. But my sis really be, by the time she go live, she will certainly have had a chance to unpack it, and we can flush it out some more there. But we gonna talk about it here. We're gonna start the conversation. Yeah. Diamond Pearl Jim, what is good, my love? Hey, Harold. Hey. What's going on, Harold? Um, listen. I do need to remix the booty shoot song. Child, listen, y'all. We got booty shoots today. Child. I just don't know where to start. Y'all know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start with my Black History moment. Why? Because that's important to me. I don't want to miss out on the Black History moment. So let me get that out of the way first. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Pisces? You supposed to be napping? Oh, your break, child. It's too much going on today. Today was it's just a lot today. But we're gonna do this professionally and with dignity. We got this. We're gonna do it like only we can. So let's get our Black History moment of the day out of the way first, and then we're gonna get into all of the stuff that we need to get into. So, where's my Black History moment? Where are you at, Black History moment? All right, 2 Black History moments of the day. The first Black History moment is involving sports. So we want to talk about some firsts in sports history involving Black athletes that you need to know. So I'm going to give you a couple, I'm going to give you a couple of them here. In 1875, Oliver Lewis became the first Black jockey to win the Kentucky Derby. That was in 1875. His name was Oliver Lewis. In 1921, most of my NFL fans should know this. Fritz Pollard was the first Black man to head coach in the American Professional Football Association, now known as the National Football League. In 1958, Willie O'Ree became the first Black athlete to play in a National Hockey League contest. Marshall Major Taylor was the first global superstar Black athlete, and he was known as the champion of the world, and he was considered the greatest sprinter ever. He also won several cycling titles around the world. So those are just a couple quick hits with our in the world of sports. One of our main Black History moments of the day involves a did you know? So, did you know in Black history The great state of Missouri banned education from black people in the year of our Lord 1847. John Barry Meacham responded to this by opening a floating freedom school. Around the time John Barry Meacham opened his school, St. Louis, Missouri enacted an ordinance banning the education of free blacks. The ordinance was only sporadically enforced, but police did force Meacham to temporarily disband the school. In 1847, Missouri banned all education for blacks. Meacham responded by equipping a steamboat with a library, desks, and chairs and opened the Floating Freedom School on the Mississippi River beyond the reach of Missouri officials. Meacham and his wife helped facilitate the Underground Railroad through their home and their church. His carpentry business made enough money for him to purchase and free 20 black slaves. Meacham trained each of the free black people in carpentry and other trades so they could support themselves. Nearly every individual freed to repaid Meacham, allowing him to free others. Despite his work to free Missouri enslaved people and educate black people, Meacham's views on education and black equality anticipated those of Booker T. Washington a half century later. Black people needed practical hands-on education so that when freedom came, the race would be ready to utilize that freedom. Meacham illustrated this viewpoint in an address to all of the colored citizens of the United States, a pamphlet printed in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1846. Meacham left a lasting impact on St. Louis, Missouri. His school educated hundreds of free blacks and slaves, including John Milton Turner, who after the Civil War would found Lincoln Institute, the first school of higher education for blacks in Missouri. He died at his pulpit on February 19th, 1854. That is the story of John Barry Meacham, pioneer and trailblazer in Black history. Our Black History moment of the day. All right. Hey, Complex 613. All right, so let's get down to the get downs. I wanted to make sure I devoted my time. Yeah, he died at his pulpit. Sure did. Wanted to make sure I devoted my time to our Black History moment of the day. Don't want to neglect that. Where do we go first, y'all? Where do we go first? Let's start with the top story of the day. Let's start top story of the day. Fonnie Willis takes the stand. Now listen, I'm gonna do the best I can. Like I said, I'm really gonna need until tomorrow to really flush this. Y'all know this right here. The Fonnie Willis stuff is in my wheelhouse. It's right in my wheelhouse. This is what we do over here. This is what we do over here down to the L Teddy to the 27 platform. Politics is what we do. That's what we talk. That's what we break down over here. Y'all, my people can tell you some of the best breakdowns of politics happen right over here. We talk about the things. So I'm just gonna be honest. Tomorrow I'll have a better breakdown of all of the ins and outs and all of that. But I'm just gonna give you the raw, uncut what I saw because I watched it. So they tried to put up the first person I saw when I first caught it this morning, because I caught it early. They had a guy on, and this is the trial. This is the trial to determine whether or not Fonnie Willis should remain as the prosecutor. Fonnie Willis and her office and the DA's office of Fulton County should remain over this case against Donald Trump. So right now, this is a misconduct hearing for Fonnie Willis because one of the defendants in the Trump trial has filed a suit saying because of prosecutorial misconduct, Fonnie Willis should not be on this case and she should be removed. We know that this all stems from the relationship that she had with one of the prosecutors who she hired who she hired to work with the case, and that's Nathan Wade. So, first person we saw on the stand that well, I shouldn't say the first person that was up there. I think I started watching probably around somewhere, it was before 11 o'clock, so probably around 10:30ish. So, not as the booty hole turns, you know what, I'm not doing this with y'all. I should have started with as the booty hole turns. Y'all want me to start with as the booty hole turns? Should we start with Larry Reid and the booty shoots? Y'all let me know. Do we start with Fonnie or do we start with the booty shoot? Let me know. I'll go with y'all. Y'all let me know. Put it in the chat. What do we start with? We start with Fonnie or we start with Larry Reid and booty shoots? Let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to start with. Do we do Fonnie or do we start with Larry? Y'all let me know what y'all want. Hey, Erica Nobadu. We just getting started, Erica. We just getting started. Child, we is just getting started. Okay, well, I guess we start with Larry Reid and the booty shoots. Talking about the booty shoots. He up the booty shoot. The booty shoot. Ow, ow. So, Larry is live now. Somebody go over there. Make sure you give us the Cliff Notes version. I already know what Larry's going to do. He's going to deflect. It's already out there now, Larry. You ain't going to do nothing but deflect. Let me start off by saying I didn't even know who this Buddha guy was. So the Larry Reid saga happens because a guy who used to work with Larry Reid by the name, what's the guy's name? By the name of Vincent Terrell Hill. They call him Buddha. So apparently he worked for Larry Reid for many, many years. He know where all of the bodies are buried, okay? His name is Vincent Terrell Hill. They call him Buddha, like the Buddhist, worship Buddha, like that. Hey, Weezy F. Hey, Miss Baythang. So listen, y'all know when Bobo put a bunch of word salad, I just could only think of Larry Reid because he always talks like he has a bunch of marbles in his mouth. Am I the only one? I don't mean, I'm sorry. I should not say that. But whenever I watch a Larry Reid live, he always talks to me like he has like a bunch of marbles in his mouth or balls in his mouth. I don't know. It just, am I the only one who it sounds like that to me? I don't know. That was not nice, El Teddy. That was not nice. You should not do that. But that's my experience. He sounds like he has marbles in his mouth or maybe some balls. Not that I know what it sounds like when someone's talking and they have balls in their mouths. So let's get back to the details. So this man, they call him Buddha, worked for Larry Reid. From what I'm gathering, like I said, I ain't have time to take notes on nothing, y'all. So when I get something wrong, please somebody correct it in the chat, because I'm telling you, I ain't have time to take notes on that because it was 8,000 things going on today and a whole lot to account for. I couldn't take notes of everything because I had too much going on. Sounds like he eating cornbreads and collard greens. But I had, well, I'm not doing this with you, Diamond Pearl Jam. I'm not doing this with you at all. Anyway, child, I told y'all it was going to be a bunch of talking around and deflection. The man worked for you, Larry Reid, From what I gather, they said from like 2003. Y'all, please correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. From what I'm gathering from the uh video that the man made, he started working for Larry in like 2003, and he stopped working for him in like 2017. Okay, that's a long time. That's 14 years. To 2018. Thank you, Harold. So that's 15 years. He was his personal assistant. He was the production guy. He was the aide de camp. He was the armor bearer, the adjutant, whatever you want to call him. He was there. He knew where all the bodies were buried. Apparently, somebody must have did something or said something in the last 24 to 48 hours that triggered that young man. Y'all know how this goes. Y'all say something about these people get angry, they get triggered, and then all hell breaks loose. I'm just telling you how this goes. All hell breaks loose. And clearly, what we had happen is all hell broke loose. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, y'all. Had an internet issue real fast. Anyway, so something I'm sure somebody, be it Larry, be it one of these other people that he named, said something that pissed dude off. Dude went scorched earth. And when I say he went scorched earth, he went scorched earth. This is not, listen, if I was Larry Reid this morning and that video came out, there would have been an alarm, a fire drill saying, warning, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. Because dude came on Al Gore's Good Internet today and unloaded his guts. He went the fuck off. Listen, he went Cersei Lannister, fucking scorched earth. You think Cersei Lannister said, I choose violence? This motherfucker chose violence for real, for real. Baby, he came on Al Gore's Good Internet this morning and said, in the immortal words of our ancestor and trailblazer, one Miss Fannie Lou Hamer, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. And baby, mama gaveth up the ghost. That man said, oh, y'all thought I was just his assistant, cameraman, producer, adjutant, armor bearer, aide de camp. No, that bitch was plunging my womb. That bitch was plowing my guts. We was in a whole ass relationship. He was beating my box in. He was buying me shit. We was living together. We was hugged up. We was laid up. We had it all going down. Oh, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop that. Abby is giving us the receipts. Larry said he never said. We'll get there in a second. One of the allegations that the man made was that some guy, some dude, I can't remember the dude name. He played drums or something like that for Larry, and he was underage. He was under 18, and Larry had an inappropriate relationship with that. Now the dude didn't say whether or not Larry officially slept with him, but he did say that the relationship that they had was very inappropriate. The conversations that they had were inappropriate, and that it should not be taking place, especially if you're a whole ass pastor or whatever you want to call yourself, pastor, prophet, internet preacher. I don't know what you want to call yourself. I don't know what he's terming himself today, but the man's Levantre, thank you. Levandria, something like that. There's that allegation that perhaps he didn't say that Larry necessarily slept with the underage guy or the guy when he was underage, but he said that the nature of the relationship between them was very inappropriate. He did say, Larry, if you saw a man that was close to Larry, they was fucking. That's basically. Let me give you the Cliff Notes version. The man basically said, if you saw him in Larry Reid's circle, they was fucking. Y'all, somebody that watched the video, correct me and stop me when I please correct me when I'm wrong. Yes, that Larry Reid. The man said all of the menses that you see around him, they all fucking. The pastors that you see, that be around him and be in his, circle and be with him all the time, and they be taking trips. Those trips be going out of town to go fuck and have orgies and all kinds of shit. Now, are we talking about Conscious TV? I don't believe Conscious TV's name was not mentioned in that whole situation. They did not mention Conscious TV in the thing I saw. Conscious TV wouldn't necessarily fit what looks to be, because if you look at all of the men that we're talking about, there is a type. Conscious TV don't fit into that type. He doesn't fit the mold of what, Larry Reid would normally go for. There's been no allegations made that Conscious TV had anything to do with Larry Reid or anything like that. So now Abby is correct. Larry Reid been said that he, he will have sex with, man or woman. He has stated that he's bisexual. He stated that very openly. He's been very open and honest about that. I mean, all of the other stuff is very salacious. I think the guy Buddha, one of the things that he was making an effort to point out was Larry Reid will come on Al Gore's Good Internet and damn near crucify people, be they other pastors. And I'm saying other pastors because he does identify himself as a pastor and a prophet. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Larry Reid does identify himself as a pastor and a prophet and a man of God. He did have a church with a brick and mortar at one point. I don't know that he still has that church right now, the brick and mortar. And please correct me if I'm wrong, because y'all probably know better than I do in the chat. But he still has a ministry at this point. So the point that's being made is he said Vincent was removed from his finances in 2006. I don't know if I believe any parts of that. The man now, I think the man was putting 20 on 10, but the man that I watched today, he did sound credible. Let me finish breaking down what let me finish the Cliff Notes version of the video. All of these people, some guy named Mako, here was the problem. Anybody in that camp, baby, do put names out there, do put people's pictures up. When he said the name, he said one guy, I forgot the guy's name. Oh, here's his picture. Some pastor dude, here's the picture. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact names and pictures. I told y'all from the beginning, I ain't have time to take notes because there's too much shit going on today. There's too many fucking stories today. I got too much going on. But the man had names. He had pictures. He named where people went. He talked about them going over to Tokyo Valentino, down to Atlanta, the one on Cheshire Bridge, that Tokyo Valentino, the one that got the little, when you go through the back and you could pay some money, and when you go to the back, they got all the little, little rooms that, the little video rooms where you can go and have sex. And then they have the little bigger room where it's a big old dark pitch black room, and it's a big room where a bunch of people go in there and they have sex in that room, and they got little couches. But then there's another door inside of there where you go inside the innermost part of it, and there be a bunch of people back there, and they be real pitch black dark, and they be standing around doing only God knows what. I don't know. I ain't never been there because I'm as pure and chaste as the driven snow. But I heard that's what they do down the Cheshire Bridge, the Tokyo Valentino over there. Hey, Xavier Boone. I don't know. Somebody told me that, Volvo. Don't tell me nothing. Don't be asking me all kinds of questions. But they mentioned Cheshire Bridge, and I just want to give y'all context. Tokyo Valentino, which when you look it up on the Googles, Tokyo Valentino is a sex store where you can go and you can buy, lubes and dildos and sexual lingerie and stuff like that. Hey, Nico. However, if you know what you know, you go around the back, you pay a little extra money, and then they let you in the little basement part. And it actually got 3 levels to it too. Because if you go to like the 3rd level, they got like little rooms where you could tie somebody up and in a little sling and go to town. Like they got all kinds of stuff in there. I don't know. Somebody just described it in grave detail to me. Anyway, so they talked about them frequenting that. They talked about some trip that they took to Miami where what was the name of the pastor that they talked about went on this trip to Miami and was allegedly having sex with them, because he put part of that video up where he put part of a video up where they was in Miami and the pastor was drunk as hell going inside that hotel room, and then the pastor started taking off his clothes and all kinds of stuff, and the man alleged that the pastor was they was all having sex. Then he showed a picture of like 6 or 7 guys all in a pool together, and he said, yep, all these guys fucking. I was like, what is going on? Vovo and Harold, don't worry about how I know, just know that I know because somebody told me. Harold, I think you the one who told me, Harold, last time you came to Atlanta, you told me that you went there. It was a prophet. Okay, thank you. Get us the name, Abby. He also told us about this other man that's allegedly married to some lady, but allegedly him and Larry be exchanging pictures and be sexting and all kinds of stuff. And he showed a blurred out picture of the man talking about, I don't mean to put you out like that, but you know this, because you know what your body look like, and your wife know what your body look like too. And I'm sitting there like, listen, let me tell y'all how bad the video is. The video's so bad that within the first 3 minutes, he is playing a recording of Larry Reid talking about coming inside of the man's asshole. Like Larry Reid is on a recording with this man talk about, yeah, I come in your ass, so I left my soul with you or some shit like that. And I'm clutching like the whole time I'm like this. First 3 minutes, I told y'all it's a 45-minute video. First 3 minutes, I'm like, I don't want to know about you talking about you coming in somebody's ass and you left your soul with them. What type of ruthless, rockadoochie ass shit is this? Y'all know I cover Ruthless. And then Ruthless and rockadoochies, when the highest fuck you, he leave his seed in you. And then if you fuck anybody else, that becomes his child because his seed is in you. That's what they say down to the Ruthless. Tyler Perry's Ruthless Rockadoochie. That's what I feel like he said. Like, Miss Kiki, I'm trying to make sense of it all. I'm trying to give you the Cliff Notes version. Somebody named, it was Mako. Somebody named Shamako. He was real heavily involved. He said Larry, and allegedly Larry and the Shamako guy was there with each other, fucking stupid. Allegedly, a lot of this was happening before. Allegedly, this was happening even before Larry was divorced. Abby says, I need Larry to address that. Bishop lie a lot, was paying that one man to be close to Larry. So there was a part with Bishop Whitehead. So apparently now there's allegations. Y'all correct me on these allegations because I don't want to get this wrong. But if I remember correctly, they were saying that Bishop Whitehead paid some dude to get close to Larry Reid so he could get information out of about Larry Reid, and I guess send it to Bishop Whitehead, but the dude ended up not doing it, and for whatever reason, I wanted to take notes, y'all. I really did, but I told y'all it's too much going on today. We got a lot of big stories today. I just ain't have time. But it was juicy, y'all. I told y'all the man went scorched earth. We had names. We had pictures. What was the other guy's name that he kept mentioning, y'all? It was Shamako, and there was another guy. He kept apologizing to that man. He kept apologizing. I can't remember the man's name. A brown skinned guy. Oh, I can't remember the man's name. Harold Ebby. What was the name of the other guy? Child. It was another guy. He kept saying the other guy in addition to Mark. Was it? It was. I can't remember the other guy's name, y'all. Anyway, but it was he supposed Kendall? It was Kendall. Kendall was one. It was four of them because he said it was Kendall, and then it was another guy. It was Shamako. It was Kendall. It was him, the Buddha guy, the Vincent guy, and then it was one more brown skin guy. I think that's the guy who he said was married, and him and Larry had shit going on too. And that's the guy who I think he showed um the pictures of his nude but blurred out. Him talking about your body. No, not Shamako, Catherine. It was another one. It was like he listed like four main names. Child. I don't think one of the guys he say don't really work with him and don't really fuck with Larry like that. And he kept apologizing to people saying, listen, I apologize and I got to put you out there, but bro, we here. Oh well, boom, here it go. Here's the name, here's the picture. I was like, oh, child. Yeah. Jason is the one who was married to the cousin. So he also alleged that Larry Reid would have his cousin marry people so that he could continue to sleep with them. And he mentioned two people that allegedly Larry Reid had the cousin marry that guy so that he could continue to have a sexual relationship with this Larry. These are all allegations that have been being made on this video. Child, don't put the video in the chat yet. Hall monitors, don't put the link to the video in the chat yet. We're gonna put it in the chat, but we're gonna put it in later. We're gonna let y'all get through this live, and then at the end of the live, we'll put the video. We're gonna put the link to the video at the end of the live. Hall monitors. We're gonna wait till the end of the live to put the video. Child. Yeah. Right, Catherine. He also said that the whole idea to do a Larry Reid live show was his idea. That was his brainchild, his baby that he came up with. They dropped it in the members only chat earlier today, Miss Kiki. That's how we all been watching it. Shout out to the members because the members been watching it all day. It was in the members only chat. Really, B dropped it in the members only chat earlier. Because remember, I came in the members only chat asking about it. Nobody was talking about it. I came in the members only chat, said, listen, I heard something about somebody named Buddha and Larry Reid. Really B came right out and said, boom, here go the video. We all went to the video and then we all lost our goddamn minds. This is all while we were already watching Fannie Willis and already talking about the fact that Monique's son Shalon went live again. Child girl, it was a lot today. A mess. I done already finished the goddamn Red Bull. I ain't even got another one. Shit. Oh well. So listen. I don't know. I don't listen. That's something else that came out of the members only chat. If you're not a member, I don't know what to tell you. You are really missing out. Y'all be thinking I'm lying here when I say you missing out if you're not a member, but I'm not lying to you. The shit goes down in the members only chat. Xavier, I don't even know whose booty hole that was you posted in the members only chat. So Xavier posted while we was all talking about Fonnie and Larry Reid. Xavier said, here's a palate cleanser and posted somebody's booty hole in the middle of the members only chat. And we was all like, who? I don't even know who Freddie is. You're not interested in seeing his Moochie cat. Who is Freddie Gibbs? I'm so confused. I am confusion. Oh, he a rapper. He's baby mama. His baby mama posted the screen. Oh, I don't know him. I don't know him. Child, listen. Child. The links are all in the members only chat, Morgan. Everything is in the members only chat. So, um, listen. He just announced his engagement, and the baby mama, who's a porn skank, got mad. Oh, bloop. There it is. I ain't even got time to announce it. So that's what's going on with Larry Reid, which ain't even the biggest story of the day. Listen, y'all, we will drop the link to the story at the end of the live so y'all can go and watch. It's a 45-minute live. Listen, brace yourself when you watch it. Because Larry, listen, if I'm Larry Reid, listen, let me tell you something. It sounds like it all stemmed from Larry Reid not giving him money. It does sound like it's all involving money. Either Larry Reid said something the man ain't like, or some money didn't clear, a check ain't clear, the cash app ain't go through, the Zelle payment ain't come in. Something the fuck happened because bruh woke up this morning and said, I choose violence. I started the video. He had like 1.3 subscribers. By the time I finished the video, I think he had like 5,000 subscribers. And that was in the matter of the time with which I watched the video. Now, it took me about an hour because I had to stop for a work meeting. But still, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, in other news, Fonnie is in the news. Fonnie took the stand. Now, here's the update on the Fonnie Willis misconduct hearing. They started off with a man that was a business partner of Nathan Wade. That didn't go a whole lot of places. So then they brought Nathan Wade to the stand. Nathan Wade was on the stand for about 3 hours. He was on the stand for a good minute. He was there being very measured, answering the questions. They went through that whole thing talking about a lot of the trips that they took that they're alleging that, somebody paid for this, somebody paid for that. Both him and Fonnie were pretty consistent in their testimony saying, hey, that's my friend. She paid for the tickets. I reimbursed her. Or if I paid for the tickets, she reimbursed me cash. Fonnie, he said every time I pay for anything, Fonnie always reimbursed me cash. She gave me cash. That's how she always reimbursed me back. Nathan Wade sat up there and answered question after question. Very striking, distinguished black man. Listen. Now his DMs gonna be packed. Listen, Nathan Wade's DMs right now. Listen, he's gonna have to pick of the litter when he come tonight. The DMs for Nathan Wade is gonna be packed. You got to think this man lives in the city of Atlanta, and what do we know about Atlanta? It ain't a whole lot of straight black men to go around. So when you find you a good one, baby, everybody out there. So I'm just telling you, the man's DMs right now is fucking swimming in women. Ass and titties, fucking ass and titties, ass and titties, fucking ass and titties. It's all in his DMs right now. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. All of the women, and please be clear, the gays are in his DMs as well. Let's be clear. The girls don't miss a beat. The girls GWORLS was already in his DMs before he even made the stance. But now he has the biological girls, and then the girls are also in his DMs. Now, another person, actually, this lady came up before Nathan Wade, and this is important. This is a very important part of the case. Fannie and Nathan Wade have always said their relationship started early parts of 2022, around February. The timeline is sometime between February and I think February and March of 2022. Okay. So this lady her name is Robin Yurty, right? Make sure I got her name. Yes. Robin Yurty, Yeartie is her last name. She got on the stand and testified. She said she's been friends with Fonnie since college. She said she worked down to the DA's office. She did admit, this is an important part of her testimony. She admitted that she was told that she could either be fired or resign because of situations going on down there to the DA's office in March of 2022. I want y'all to keep track of that date. Remember, I told you Fonnie and Nathan said that that's when their intimate relationship started. February, Marchish of 2022. This lady, Robin Yurty, was told to either be fired or either resign or be fired in March of 2022 as well. That lady went on the stand and said, I don't know what y'all talking about. I know they done been in a relationship since 2019. Her testimony was that Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade began their romantic relationship in 2019, which would be 3 years prior to when Fonnie and Nathan said that their relationship began. According to this alleged friend Robin Yurty, that relationship began shortly after a municipal court conference in October of 2019 and remained constant until until she stopped speaking with Fonnie. Now, she admitted she stopped speaking with Fonnie after she no longer worked down to the DA's office. So now I'm gonna let y'all put that where y'all want to put it. Now, if I'm a good attorney, remember this is all just these are right now. What's going on with the trial is we're still in preliminary stages. This is where discovery is happening and evidence is being laid out. So we're still in that phase. So when trial begins, because they're going to call that woman back to the stands, it's not hard for me to say, oh, do you have any real evidence of Mrs. Willis and Mr. Wade being in a romantic relationship? Because if not, it's all hearsay. And I find it very convenient that the timeline for this romantic relationship about allegedly beginning is around the same time that you got fired. I'm just saying. But that does cast, but both Fonnie and Nathan Wade were both consistent on when the relationship started. Now, in terms of when the relationship ended, Fonnie said in her mind the relationship ended last August of 2023. She said Mr. Wade will probably tell you it ended in July because that's when they stopped having sex. But in her mind, they had the actual conversation about splitting up in August. She said, but you know how men are. In men's mind, the relationship ends when you stop having sex. Now, so after Nathan Wade got up there, Fonnie got up there. Now, before Fonnie got up there, the attorneys were like, no, we don't need her to get up. Fonnie was very adamant. She was very no, I want to go up there and testify. No, let me come up there. And the judge, and let me say this about the judge. The judge, I thought the judge did quite well today. And what I watched today, he was measured. He didn't let one side over the other. He made sure that everybody stayed on task. He made sure everybody, nope, that's too far. No, you could do that. No, you can't do that. But baby, Fonnie got on that goddamn stand. And within 10 minutes, I was like, get her off. Get her off. Fonnie, at certain times, she didn't handle herself well to me. She let them get to her. She became, at some point, some would probably say unhinged. Some people would probably say there were moments where she seemed unhinged. They would ask her a question that was a clear yes or no, and the prosecutor and Fonnie don't answer questions yes or no. If you ask her, is your first name Fonnie? Here's her answer. Well, I was conceived in the year 1971, and my mom had an aunt that died whose name was Fonnie. And when she was conceiving me, she thought about what to name me. And she couldn't think of anything else. And then one day she heard a song that her aunt Fonnie liked. That song happened to be a Nancy Wilson song. It's a great song. You should go listen to that song. But after she heard that song, she then went and it made her think long about her aunt Fonnie, and she went and cried and had a real long cry. And after she had that real long cry, she said she felt me kick in her belly. And from that kick that she felt in her belly, she then said, that must be the good Lord telling me that I should name my daughter Fonnie after my aunt. And based on all of that, that's how I was named Fonnie. That's how she was answering questions today. Clear yes or no questions. Mama said, this is my case. This was the quintessential classic case of you never put a lawyer on the stand because mama knows everything that she could. Mama got on that stand and showed her natural ass. Baby, because they would ask questions and the prosecutor would be like, well, that's not what I no, but you're gonna let me explain because I need to explain because you need to understand. You need to come. But she was very combative. I mean, right, Tracy. She does answer the question, but baby, she gonna take you the long way around. She was very combative. Now, let's be clear. That white lady, Marchant, she got on my nerves all day long. That white lady with the blonde hair and that white blazer got on my goddamn her voice. It got to a certain point. Her whole voice just aggravated my soul. No, she was combative. I will say, Xavier, she was combative. There were times where I was like, somebody go get Fonnie off the stage because there were times where there were questions she didn't have to answer. There were questions that the judge had already said earlier, we're not going to entertain those questions. And instead of Fonnie letting the judge say, no, you don't have to answer that, she would just go and just start answering the question and offer up information that there was no need to offer up. And so that's why if she were her own lawyer, she probably would strangle her own self because you're giving up additional information that you don't need to give up, especially in this type of case. Which is why the lawyers on her side did not want her to take the stand. And I understand why. She went up there and she was emotional. She was emotional. Hey, child, please stop. She was emotional. She was combative. I'm telling you, somebody tonight, you're going to hear commentary. Somebody's going to say, go to Fox News. They're probably calling her unhinged as we speak. So it is. Hey, Crispies. Like I said, we still have some ways to go, but and like I said, I really haven't had the chance to sit down and break everything down for y'all like I normally would. Because literally, as I started this live and was talking to y'all, she literally was walking off the witness stand. But if I'm being honest, I didn't like Fonnie being on that stand. She was very combative. Now, let's be clear. Fonnie was channeling us because our asses, my black ass was sitting watching Fonnie like, get that bitch, get that bitch. But in a court of law, a lawyer doesn't want you to do that because Fonnie would take every question and they would want like real clear concise. Fonnie said, let me tell you the whole reason behind this and give all of this extra stuff. Thank you for the super chat, Phil. Phil said Fonnie put in her good performance. Let's get Fonnie a clap. Or a peach. The judge was good, but he was getting annoyed. The judge was getting annoyed, and he checked Fonnie a couple times. He warned her. He said, listen, you have to answer the question because there were some questions that they were asking her, especially that lady Marchette. She got on my goddamn nerves. That the white lady Marchette, she got on my goddamn nerves. Well, Fonnie, I don't understand what you're asking me because I've already answered your question. I don't even understand what you're asking me. That is how Fonnie literally was answering that woman. And so the judge a couple times had to check her, check Fonnie and say, listen, no, you have to answer. So Fonnie was channeling all of us black people around America was channeled through Fonnie. Our spirit, the spirit of Black America was funneling through Fonnie, but I didn't need her to do that only because Fonnie, that doesn't help the case. That doesn't help her case at all. I will say, and let me reiterate about the judge. I thought the judge was very fair today. The judge played it right down the middle. The judge didn't seem to, try to go either way. He didn't try to give anybody any upper hand. He was very measured. He was very tempered. He knew what he was doing, and I did like the judge. I will say that I did like the judge. But I think when the judge really got upset was because on the I'm not sure if that was, I believe that was I'm not sure if that was the defense or the prosecutors, where Ms. Marchant was, but there was like 12 lawyers over there that all had to have an opportunity to depose her. And so the judge had already said, this is the stuff that I'm going to tolerate. This is the stuff that I'm not going to tolerate. So you had Ms. Marchant, who was the first one, and she got to ask like hours and hours worth of questions. And so these other lawyers would come up after her, and then they would be like, they would start to go down the same line of questioning. He was like, listen, we already talked about this. But Fonnie would still try to answer those questions again after the judge had already said, you don't have that. We're not doing that today. Today is not the day for that. And Fonnie would still blurt out answers or be trying to answer questions. And the judge, no, we're not doing that. I told you we're not going. And he would reprimand the lawyers at that point. He would reprimand those lawyers at that point and say, no, we're not doing that. It just became a mess. It just became a mess. Once we got to those other lawyers, it became a sideshow. It just became, I mean, you had that one lawyer that came up. I swear he was right out of Yeehaw Junction. Just a mess. Just a mess. But yeah, I don't think, to me, from the outside looking in, and I'm trying to be fair, I don't think Fonnie helped herself today. I don't think she did. I don't think she helped herself today. And that's another unforced error. That is another unforced error. This whole relationship between her and Nathan Wade. Now I understand Nathan Wade is a nice looking, dark skinned black man that probably got dick of death and cock of doom. But if you are the DA of Fulton County, you know that you are going to have a case where the former president of these yet to be United States of America is on trial. Every eye in the country and probably a lot from around the world are looking at you. And they're looking for any chink in the armor. They're looking for any misstep. And you can't give them unforced errors. And that was an unforced error. Today's testimony was an unforced error. Fonnie, you didn't have to do that. The lawyers on your side tried to stop you. And you went up there anyway, defiant, emotional. And some people, I'm telling you, are going to call her unhinged. And if this is all about prosecutorial misconduct, whether or not you should or should not be on this case, you didn't do yourself any favors today. So, well, she said, Tracy, that her and Mr. Wade are still very good friends, very good friends. They're just not in a romantic relationship anymore. I don't know if I can say whether or not it was the case that made them break up, but yeah. I heard from a man relationship was over. Child. And drag for calling Fonnie a hood rat for her behavior. But Fonnie's going to get a lot of that. She's going to listen. Fonnie just came off people are going to call her unprofessional. People are going to call her unhinged. She was very emotional today. She was very combative. And you know the tropes that white people have for black people. She's going to be seen as the angry black woman. The sassy, angry black woman trope is going to be thrown out there. And you gave them all of the fodder that they need for that. And you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. And I hate that we have to be, as black people, sometimes we are, judged unfairly, when compared to our white counterparts. But we understand also the world that we live in. And the one thing since we're in Black History Month, and I know we talked about our Black History moment, the one thing that I respect about our ancestors and a lot of people who were the first to do things, or a lot of people who, as black people, were on the big stage and had the big spotlight, especially for a lot of our ancestors and people who went on before us. They understood the moment and they never let the moment get too big for them. They stood in the paint. They kept themselves measured. They kept themselves from being too emotional. They understood that the bigger picture was there are so many other people that I am doing this for, and didn't make it a personal situation. And you could tell, even one of her responses, when she was up there, when the judge told her she didn't have to answer a question, she said, but my credibility is on the line and I'm going to speak to my credibility. And I understand that her credibility is on the line, but it looked to become so emotional. I mean, so personal, that it became emotional for her. And that doesn't bode well in a court of law. So I just, and I feel like, there were, even the judge, like I said, the judge at times had to stop her and say, you don't have to answer that. That's not, we're not, or, don't. I watched it and I looked at Fonnie and said, Fonnie, why are you doing this? Why? If I'm her lawyer, this is the court of law. And you're on trial for prosecutorial misconduct and things like that. Everything like that is going to be looked at. You know that. You understand that. And yet we have an unforced error. I can probably agree with that, Tracy. Cause that white lady with the blonde hair, Miss March hair, and that white blazer, she pissed me off. And I wasn't even on trial, and she pissed me off. I was just like, yeah, I wasn't even on trial. Baby, I wanted to go in on her. And I'm talking about from early in the morning when she had the first black man up, before Nathan Wade and before Robin Yurdy got up there. The first black man, I can't think of his name. The first black man that got up there, I can't think of his name. One of the ones who used to be partners with Nathan Wade. Child, just a mess. So no. It doesn't prove her misconduct, but what it does, Xavier, is it gives them extra things. She was giving, if you go back and listen, she was providing additional information that they're going to take, parcel out, and use, because now she's entered information into evidence on the stand, and she was giving up a lot of extra information that there was no need for her to do. And so instead of her sticking to, and like I said, the judge tried to help her out. I ain't gonna lie, the judge kept trying to help her out. And instead of her, either answering the question directly, she would give these long, drawn out, way around the world. I got to plead and explain my case. That's not the question that they asked you, sweetheart. And by you thinking that you're helping yourself, explaining all of this stuff out, what you're really doing is giving them extra ammo, giving them extra things that they can take and use, and now they can parcel that out and split that up and give you all of that stuff. Child, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. And if you, it would be one thing if you was just a regular witness. I have to take into an account you are a lawyer. Not only are you a lawyer, you are the district attorney for Fulton County. In my estimation, if I am a a voter in Fulton County, I expect that when the district attorney for Fulton County takes the stand, that they are going to be measured, that they are going to be have a certain amount of decorum about them. I'm sorry, maybe I'm expecting too much, but I would expect that from anybody, whether they were black, white, blue, or purple. You are a lawyer. You know what it is to prosecute cases. You know what lawyers do. You're in courtrooms all day. You are a judge. You were a judge at one point. You are the district attorney now. You have lawyered for decades now. You know exactly what happens. And instead of you coming into she went on the stand as if she was somebody that wasn't used to um questioning, that wasn't used to how court proceedings go and lines of questioning happen. She was the complete opposite of Nathan Wade. Nathan Wade went on the stand. He was very measured. He knew exactly what to say. There were times where he had to say, well, no, that question is leading. Nope, I'm not going to answer that because that wasn't and the judge would say, yeah, he's right. It was just too much. And I don't think it has anything to do with her being a black woman or being black at all. It has everything to do with this is a whole, we're looking at your your conduct or alleged misconduct as a prosecutor. And while, it, just to me, while her conduct is on the stand is not on trial, what I'm saying is you gave up too much information that they are going to use in said trial. There were things about when they were going on trips that she would offer up that was never asked. There were things about their, even I'm not a lawyer at all, but there were certain pieces of information that she offered up that wasn't asked to her that I knew if I was on the other side, oh yeah, I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna use this. That's what I'm saying. And that comes from her just coming off as emotional and coming off as somebody that's not prepared to take the stand. And that's unfortunate that you are not only a lawyer, a former judge, and the district attorney, and you came off as someone that wasn't prepared to take the stand. So you can't compare judges to someone on the witness stand because the judge isn't on the witness stand. The judge is the judge. That's not that statement there, Xavier, about what judges are allowed to do is that doesn't have any bearing on what she did. So yeah. Anyway, listen, it's already 6:25. I got 20 minutes to get my life in order, and I still got a whole dossier. I told y'all it was a lot that happened today. A lot. We haven't even gotten to the third top story of the day. Third top story of the day is Monique and her son. The son came back. Can I just be honest? I'm at the point now. I just want Monique to go away. I don't want to see her anymore. I don't even care to see her stand up anymore. I don't even care to see her on my television screen anymore. Because now, anytime I hear you, anytime I see you, Monique, you're gonna come off as disingenuous to me. You're gonna come off as very disingenuous to me. I want no parts of you. I want no parts of you. You've revealed who you are. And yeah, I mean, go away. I don't want to I don't it's such a shame, and this is all, once again, we're talking about self-inflicted wounds, unforced errors. You did this, Monique. You did this. You keep talking about what people keep dragging her son and talking about what her son should or should not be doing. She did this. She brought this out here. She did this. She brought this out here. And we just want you at this point, Monique, to go away. Go the fuck away from us. Get away forever. Go away, Monique. Just go away. So, Symmetry said Nathan Wade isn't under the same attack. Nathan Wade, there's a very stark difference between Nathan Wade on the stand and Fonnie Willis on the stand. There's a night and day difference. A night and day difference. I watched all of it today. I watched it in grave detail. And like I said earlier, I don't think it has anything to do with you being black or white or man or woman. It has everything to do with her, hey, Medusa, being a lawyer, a former judge, a prosecutor, the district attorney, and coming off as someone not prepared to take the stand as a witness, especially when your lawyers tried to stop you. They tried to stop you. You didn't do yourself. She didn't do herself any favor. No favors at all. I think, to me, she hurt herself. She hurt herself because you gave up. You let it appear. I can't say for sure because I'm not in her body, but it appears that she let her emotions get to her. And like I said, the problem is she offered way too much information. And like I said, that judge tried over and over and over to stop her. She was just giving up information, giving things away in her emotion, in her attempt to always try to over explain things. You end up giving them more ammo. I'm telling you, people are going to call her unhinged, and I can't even negate. I can't negate that argument because if I'm looking, she does kind of come off as, it doesn't come off as I would expect a lawyer to come off on the stand. Not just a lawyer, a former judge, and the sitting elected district attorney. Anyway, but yeah, Monique, go away forever. Monique is sitting, go the fuck away forever. I don't want to see you on my television screen anymore. I definitely have no desire to go watch your stand-up comedy. I don't want to see you anymore for fear that you're going to go and talk about Oprah and Tyler Perry again, and you got a whole situation where you treating your son the way you treat. Monique, get your life in order and go away from us. Just go away. I want no parts. You have ruined it for yourself, Monique. You did this. This was self-inflicted. You come off just as difficult as the people allege you to be. This arrested development situation that you got going on in your brain with that man you calling your daddy, that's between you and a therapist and the therapist couch. Leave us the fuck alone. Leave us out of it. I have no desire to see you. Now it's gonna be people that flock to her shows and stuff like that. Me, L Teddy 27. I want no parts of it. I don't have time. I just don't have time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, Monique is a great segue to Club Shay Shay. So Mike Epps had some words for Mike Epps had some words today for Shannon Sharp. Y'all want to hear what he had to say? Okay, hold on. Let me pull up what he had to say. Hold on. Hold on. Chicken, get your chicken here. 1 second. Here's what Mike Epps, because he had time. He said, you mentioning me on your platform. Well, bitch, since you mentioning me, well, here we go. Like the head, here go. Here he go.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I know Shay Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you were sitting there with Cat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, it's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank, 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 blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up. And Shay Shay, you did look like Medea sitting there. You was looking zesty. I'm not saying you gay, but you was looking zesty. You look like Big Frida sitting there. You need to take them tight ass shirts off with the muscles. And that's it. Go check out my special February the 20th on Netflix. February 20th on Netflix is called I'm Ready to Sell Out. Because being a real dude ain't making no money right now.
Now let's be clear. That was said allegedly they don't reconcile and made amends. Their pictures all over the internet of them being good with each other and all of this. I don't know. I don't know if that was just for pictures. I don't know if Shay Shay really don't want no parts of Mike Epps because Mike Epps said, bitch, I'll blow you off the earth. I don't know. People were making allegations that he fired old boy. That's the whole that's his stylist, old boy, who he always seen on the sideline, on the side of the court with. Child, I don't know. Hey, official King Payne, I don't know what happened. They say they done made up. Allegedly, people say he fired the stylist guy. Listen, Shay Shay, girl, Shay, just living your truth. It's okay. It's 2024 because I'm like everybody else. Now, one thing Monique did point out, y'all ain't caught it. Monique kind of drug you a little bit in that interview when she said, you 56 and you ain't got no child. She was backhandedly saying, bitch, what the fuck you got going on? Because we don't know too many 56-year-olds, especially that spent time in the NFL, that ain't got a child floating around, even an illegitimate, unclaimed child floating around here somewhere. I'm just saying. That's what she said. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, I just want Shay Shay to live in his truth. Baby, if you like, in the immortal words of our very own Harold, if you like Moochie Cat, girl, go and get you some Moochie Cat. If you like dick and like giving up your Moochie Cat, because he them gym girls, them girls who be in the gym all the time, Them the girls that be power bottoms, baby. They want dick, and more dick, baby. You talk about getting back blown out, baby. Them gym girls love to get their back blown out. I'm just telling you what I know. And then when they be older like that, that mean the moochie cat get loose, and they be wanting the bigger the better. Them be the girls that like to get fisted and shit, cause they shit just be loose and all kinds of shit. Shut up, L Teddy. Move on. We have other things to talk about. But allegedly they made up. That's what the people are saying. I don't know. Phaedra is in the news because they saying that Apollo is scheduled to appear at the Married to Medicine reunion. Now they used to be married. They was married. Shoot, how long they was married? For about 8 years. They got 2 kids. And People Magazine is exclusively reporting that the season 10 Married to Medicine reunion will feature cast member Phaedra Parks and her ex-husband Apollo Nita. The fine light skinned one, the real fan one. That's what they saying. They said that apparently they already filmed, and that the other members of the cast were all kept in the dark about Apollo coming on, and that the other cast members were shocked when he showed up for taping in New York. That's what sources are telling People Magazine. The reunion is scheduled for March the 3rd. Medusa, if you still in the chat, girl, we're gonna talk about it on our panel, girl. Girl, we gonna talk about it on our panel. Girl, me, you, and Darren, we got to talk about it, girl. But I'm here for it because I want him to lay her ass out. I want Apollo to lay her ass out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I hope he come on there and give her everything she wants. Honey. Is that how she getting back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I don't know. But baby, I'm here for all parts of this. I'm here for it. I'm here for all parts of it, y'all. All parts of it. Anybody else here for it? Is this something that y'all want to see? Child. Or am I the only one that want to see this? No, Xavier, the other ladies didn't even know he was coming. They were all shocked. Now, I don't know if Miss Cohen, that would be Andy Cohen. I don't know if Miss Cohen told her, and production told her he was coming ahead of time and said, girl, just to let you know he coming, or if they sprung it on her either. I don't know. Listen, Diamond Pearl Jim, we're gonna do a panel. Me, Medusa, and Darren, we're gonna do a panel on Married to Medicine because Real Housewives of Potomac done got so goddamn bored that we can't even stomach it anymore. So now when we do the panel, we kind of mix Potomac and Married to Medicine. The reunion is on March 3rd. That's in a couple weeks. I'm just saying. In other housewives or former housewives news, as the booty hole turns, Nene Leak's son Bryson. So apparently he's being sued for $30,000 in alleged unpaid child support. His ex wants him thrown in jail. Yeah, Bryson, the older one. His ex wants him tossed in jail, and this is according to Radar Online, after claiming he owes her just under $30,000 in alleged unpaid child support. Her name is Simone Davis. Well, she goes by Simone Davis. Her real name is Erin Davis. Anyway, she filed a lawsuit against Bryson, in which she accused him of failing to pay his court-ordered monthly child support of $708. That's all right, $708. So if he owes close to $30,000 and all he had to pay was $708, that's a lot of fucking unpaid child support. Throw his ass in jail. Now I'm with her. I'm with her. If all your child support is $708, baby, that ain't even enough to pay for daycare. $708 can't even pay for fucking daycare. Let's just be clear. $708 a month, and you owe close to $30,000. Let me write that. Okay, hold on. Let's do some math here. Hold on. Okay, 30,000 divided by 708. That's roughly about 42 months. That's almost 4 years. 42 months would be 3.5 years. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. That's like 3.5 years. Oh, girl. Throw his ass in jail. I don't give a shit. Throw his ass in jail. You couldn't even, and your mama, you couldn't even call your mama, I need you to give me, can you? And even if Nene say, I ain't taking care of no grown ass man, that is your grandchild. And if the man owed child support, you could at least say, you know what? I can't stand his trifling ass, but I'm gonna at least make sure this child support is paid, and I'll add a little extra on top of it because that's my grandbaby, and I want to make sure my grandbaby is taken care of. So what I'm saying is, if I'm needing, it ain't got nothing to do with my raggedy ass, trifling ass son. But what I do want is my grandbaby taken care of. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna do the 708, but I'm gonna also talk to the baby mama and make sure I give her a little something on the side because I want to make sure my grandbaby is taken care of. That's all I'm saying. This is some trifling ass shit. That's some trifling ass shit. You raggedy as fuck, Bryson. Just raggedy as hell. Just raggedy. Child, well, I already got to get out of here. And we ain't even get to the Miami Dolphin player that's giving people the herpes. Child. Let me read this real fast. I said, because I just feel like y'all need to know who's giving people the herpes. A second Miami Dolphins player, whose identity is yet to be revealed, has been sued by his then girlfriend for infecting her with genital and oral herpes. According to the lawsuit, the said player was aware of his STI status and should have let his ex-girlfriend be in um should have let his ex-girlfriend know, but he refused to do that, and that's the basis of the lawsuit. Child, I don't need to go no further. A goddamn mess. But here's my where my wait. Where are my all of my medical experts? Where's Janae? Where's y'all of my medical experts? Can y'all come to the whiteboard, please? Medical experts, come to the whiteboard. Come to the whiteboard, please. Come to the whiteboard. But with the herpes, don't you catch the herpes when you have like when they're having like an outbreak? Isn't that when you transmit it, like when you're having an outbreak? I'm just saying. Now they said it was genital and oral, so maybe he had an outbreak inside his mouth and she couldn't see it. I don't know. Maybe they only have sex in the dark. I'm just the shit is just nasty to me. Just nasty to me. Just as nasty as y'all want to. What's going? Listen, if I'm a Miami Dolphins player, I'm no longer taking showers down to the facility, down to the team facility. I'm not taking showers in this place anymore. Why? Because this is the second player that we know that done gave his girlfriend and or spouse the herpes. So y'all might have a whole herpes outbreak. Think about it. What if y'all sit on the same toilet seat? You know what I'm saying? We in the same shower. This stuff is transmitted topically. I don't baby, listen. I'm not taking no more showers down to the team facility. I ain't doing none of that shit. None of it. None of it. None of it. Girl, I just want to understand what y'all got going on. That's some nasty shit. Who was the first one? We reported on the first one. I can't remember his name because it was a guy. He wasn't that cute either. It wasn't Tyreek Hill. It wasn't Tyreek Hill. It was another dude. We reported on him. I can't think of his name. It'll come to me. But we reported on the other dude that gave the herpes to everybody. I'm just saying. Hold on, let me see if I can get you the name. Hold on 1 second. See if I can get you the name. Yeah, I might have to do a bit of searching because I know we reported on that. I can't remember the name. I don't feel like searching right now. Child. Well, you know the herpes don't have no cure. When you get the herpes, you stuck with the herpes for life. Now, allegedly, they say Ursh had the herpes, even though they said Ursh said he ain't got it. The chick said she got it from him. He said he ain't got it. I don't know if Herpes had the Ursh. Yeah, he was black. I don't know if Ursh, I'm calling her Hirsch now because he allegedly had the herpes. I don't know if Ursh had the herpes or not, but it was alleged by the chick. Anyway, they do make a cream or a salve or some ointment or something, but that doesn't mean you don't have it. But they do have treatments for when you have outbreaks. Yes, Xavier Howard, that's his name. That's him. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. What else we talk about? What else I missed today? I ain't get to none of my sugar spike moments. I was supposed to talk about the people on the Delta flight that was minding their own goddamn business on Tuesday. Let me give y'all this real story because y'all need to know this. A Delta flight was recently forced to turn around an hour after takeoff when maggots fell from the overhead compartment onto passengers sitting in the economy seats. I don't know why y'all had to add the economy seats to it. Just say they were sitting in coach. It don't even matter where they were sitting. I don't care if you sit in first class, business class, comfort plus, or regular coach seats. You ain't got to call it economy. But why is the maggots falling out of the overhead compartment? Let me keep reading. The flight on Tuesday, February 13th, was transporting travelers from Amsterdam to Detroit, Michigan, when a passenger's suitcase containing rotting fish was in the overhead bin and opened up, resulting in maggots falling onto passengers and the plane turning around. Wait a fucking minute. Now you wait a goddamn minute. I am a frequent flyer. Let me tell you something. My stinking ass fly all the time. I got all of the check. I got TSA pre-check. I got clear, and I got digital ID. Baby, I got it all. Global entry, I got it all. You name it, I got it. Because going through Atlanta Hartsfield Airport is like damn near an act of God to get through there. Anyway, TSA damn near does full goddamn cavity searches of every fucking thing in the world. How in everything that is holy does a goddamn person bring a fucking dead fish to the goddamn airplane? You can't even bring a decent size of lube with you on the trip. You can't even bring a regular size bottle of mouthwash. You can't even bring hair grease that's in too big of a container, or they're gonna throw that shit away. But you mean to tell me that a motherfucker made it through now it says they were going from Amsterdam to Detroit. Now wait a minute. This motherfucker made it through customs and all of this other shit with dead ass fish to the point where there was maggots. It was rotting Rotting. The shit was rotting. You mean to tell me? I understand foreign cuisine sometimes is a little different. The odors, the scents, maybe, a little different. But I'm pretty sure the pungent smell evacuating that, bag or whatever was enough for somebody to ask the question, what the fuck do we got going on here? Rotting fish to the point. Hell, it ain't even got to be rotten fish. It could be fish that you just cooked in the microwave. I don't want that shit in no goddamn closed ass fucking airplane with fuselage with me. And you talk about rotting fish. Nobody smelled that shit when y'all asses was getting on the goddamn plane. When y'all was sitting y'all ass over there waiting to board the plane, the person behind you in line, when they started calling your how they call off the different numbers, or main cabin 1 or comfort plus or diamond or first class, when they called your section, the person in front of you or behind you ain't smell that shit. Nobody ain't turn around and say, is everything okay, ma'am? Did somebody need to check that out? When the doors to the goddamn plane closed, where the fuck was the goddamn flight attendants? Why the fuck, when the flight attendants saw your stinking ass lift that stinking ass bag the fuck up to the goddamn overhead compartment and smelled the funk of 40,000 years emanating from that shit, when the fuck were they going to say, hello, ma'am, you need some help with this bag? Anything that we need to be concerned about in this bag? Because I promise you, there's going to be a real problem. L Teddy 27, if I'm on a fucking flight and maggots fall from the overhead compartment and land on my body, I promise you that whole plane gonna do backflips and somersaults. Because I promise you, I'm jumping and losing my mind. I'm jumping over everything, jumping over everybody, and that plane is gonna start to do backflips and somersaults. Because I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose my whole fucking mind. Because I can't even imagine a maggot. Because think about it, the shit had to fall on you, right? And maybe you was like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? And then you feel this worm squirming and crawling all over you. Oh, bitch, I would have lost my fucking mind. baby, baby, baby shark, do. Listen, the way I would have ejected out of my own body, I wouldn't have ejected out of the plane. Bitch, I would have ejected out of my own body, immediately died and given up the ghost, because I would have lost my mind. Lost all part of my goddamn mind. I'm just saying, I still want to know how the fuck you made it through customs and TSA, global entry, or whatever the fuck you went through. How the fuck did nobody check that shit? I can't. Oh God, I can't even imagine. I can't. Can you imagine? Girl, y'all got it going on. Y'all got a lot going on. Exactly. Shit. Tracy, I would have been on somebody's no-fly list because I would have lost my. Listen, I would have ejected my soul out of my body. I'm telling you what would happen. I would have completely lost it. Completely lost it. I expect better from you, Delta Airlines. I am a frequent flyer on Delta Airlines. Okay. I last time I checked, I was I think I was gold with Delta Airlines. Okay. I'm a gold member with Delta Airlines. I expect better from you, because I can't I don't want to envision a world where I'm sitting on this goddamn plane. Right, Diamond Bro, you're like, I'm feeling for stuff and scratching and shit. Because I don't even want to imagine a world where I'm sitting on a goddamn plane and some shit follow me and I feel for it and it's a goddamn maggot. Because I promise you, It just would not be good. It would not be good. Ooh, can y'all imagine? Girl, this the shit y'all got going on. This is the shit that y'all got going on. Girl. We getting ready to get out of here, y'all. I didn't even get to the case with the man who sexually assaulted 19 other men, the black police officer who sexually assaulted 19 men while they were in custody. Lord, we'll get to him tomorrow. Out of St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be in town this weekend, but I will be in town this weekend. So we will be having Silly Saturday this weekend. Oh, yes. Programming note. We will be having Silly Saturday this weekend. Lay around for it. It's a whole 3-day weekend, y'all. We finna have fun this weekend. It's a fucking 3-day weekend. Yes. Anyway, we will be having Silly Saturday day this weekend. So y'all look around, lay around for that. Listen, I'm about to send y'all over to Really Be in just a moment. Listen. I'm about to send y'all over to Really Be in just a moment. Listen, I gave y'all what I had to give today. I'll do more tomorrow, tomorrow or Saturday, whichever comes first. Definitely by the time we get to Silly Saturday, we'll have everything flushed out. But you know, I had to give y'all. We started the conversations today. I know Really B is going to have a lot more detail on the Larry Reid stuff for us. I don't know if she's going to talk about Fonnie, but I know Really B is going to talk about Larry Reid. She'll probably talk about Monique as well. Right, Tracy. We got Obama Day on Monday, so we're gonna have fun with our day off for Obama Day on Monday. Anyway, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Listen, y'all, is Really Be live already? Is she live? Is she live? So I can send y'all over there. Cha. Is she live, y'all? Somebody's supposed to tell me. Oh, she go live at 7:00. Okay, so listen. So listen. Sorry, y'all, I was reading something. I'm gonna do my homework, get y'all some more breakdown on the Fonnie situation. I'll be watching several other people's lives of the breakdown of the Larry Reid situation. And if there's other, I'm gonna try and go watch Larry's live as well, so I can be brought up to speed on that. If there's anything else that breaks, we'll cover it, we'll talk about it, and we'll do all that we can. But all of those people that wanted to talk about Fonnie, please go back and watch Fonnie's testimony. Because I'm telling you, she ain't do herself no favors today. She ain't do herself no favors today. None. So, and y'all know I'm a Fonnie. I be over here windmilling for Fonnie all of the time. When this story first broke out, who was the one over here that did a whole breakdown of how they was coming at our girl Fonnie? That was me. We did a whole breakdown, a whole expose about how there was nothing to see here, and then Fonnie embarrassed me, and there was something to see here. Goddamn. So don't come over here telling me you being too hard on Fonnie. No, I was the one who was over here windmilling for Fonnie for a long time. Ask the people who be around here. Was I not over here windmilling for Fonnie? Was I not the one over here windmilling for her? Trying to tell you. Oh, one other thing before I let y'all go over to Really Be. Did y'all I didn't bring this, wasn't a story, but I wanted to bring y'all to y'all. So yesterday was the anniversary of the Parkland shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Do you know, I didn't think it was appropriate. They made AI generated messages based on the voices of the children that were killed. And so they went down to the Capitol, and they were playing these messages, these AI generated messages, using the voices of those children that were killed. And they were saying, you know, some of the mess they was real, like, oh my God, like saying, oh, on February 14th, I was murdered and you're not doing it, like all kinds of stuff. Like it was real creepy. And I thought it was very inappropriate for them to use AI to do that. And I don't care what side you fall on. I just thought it was very inappropriate. It was very cringeworthy, y'all. It was very, very cringy, y'all. Very cringy. So I don't know if anybody else saw that, but yes, child. Anyway, let me see y'all over to Really Be. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.